Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you all and have an opportunity to share with you a little bit about why recruiting and building a team is so beneficial for everyone involved. So, when I joined UBAM in April 2015, I didn't really have any intentions of building a team. As some of you know, I had attended a Facebook party with my friend Sarah Duke, who was hosting a party with Natasha Woodlock. Sarah told me the books were unique, but you just don't get it until you see them. And I fell in love with the books at the party and initially just signed up to build my family's library and add a little wiggle room to our budget. My goal was to make $250 a month. Then a friend signed up at my kickoff party, and a few others joined over the next few weeks. And I quickly discovered something. I really enjoyed team building. It was one of my favorite parts of my new job. I was having a blast training other people, learning and growing together, and creating a community that I had really missed as a mom of young children. I promoted to team leader June 1st, and thanks to a nudge from my upline, Natasha, my husband and I invested my first paycheck in coming to convention with both of our kids, then 3 years old and 10 months old. During one of the sessions, I saw this graphic, and something clicked for me. Not only did I want to continue to challenge myself by promoting up, I wanted to see my team members, my friends, see that kind of success too. Since then, I've come to realize that there are many benefits of team building, and they aren't all for the person doing the building. The most obvious benefit is increased income. You can have great success in your personal business, but your paycheck will increase exponentially as you grow your team. If you are a new consultant in your incentive period, that $25 in free books earned for each recruit is a great way to build your library as well. And whether you are a new consultant or a more experienced consultant, team building is essential to promotion and will open up a whole new level of success in your business. So let's take a peek at how a little team growth can impact your income. Let's say you have just promoted to team leader and you only have the 3 consultants required to promote to team leader. You, Consultant A, had 8 parties at an average of $250 each and earned $500 commission. Great job. You also have 3 other consultants. Consultant B rocked it with 8 parties and also had an average of $250 in sales for each. Consultant C spent a little more time on hostess coaching but couldn't work as many parties this month, so she did 5 parties but had an average of $350 for each party. And Consultant D focused on a couple of book fairs this month at $500 each and did 3 other parties averaging $200 each. With just those 3 consultants, your override check, not including your commission, would be $412.25. And this is not an over-the-top example. This is only with the 3 consultants you need to have to promote to team leader. So imagine how it would power up your paycheck as your team continues to grow. Now let's talk about the flip side of this. How does this benefit consultants B, C, and D? Consultant B's husband's hours just got cut back at work, so that $500 commission was their saving grace this month. She is now working hard to promote and grow her own team. Consultant C used her $437.50 to pay for dance lessons and taekwondo lessons for her kids and put the rest back for a summer vacation, something they've never been able to afford. And Consultant D is just having fun with her new business and was so excited to buy some new summer wedges and a pair of earrings, guilt-free. These scenarios are not referring to specific people, but they are very real situations that happen every day because of UBAM. Not everyone has the same financial goals or ideas on how they want to spend their money. But the bottom line is that having a little additional income would be helpful to most, if not all, people you know. So don't do them the disservice of keeping it to yourself. For example, say you go to have lunch with a friend, and your friend orders fried chicken and just really isn't happy with it. She doesn't really like the seasoning. But you order a big, juicy burger and cannot eat it fast enough. It's so delicious. You're just going on and on about how well the flavors melt together while your friend watches you devour it one mouth-watering bite at a time. Wouldn't it be more kind of you to offer to share some with your friend instead of keeping all the goodness to yourself? Right? So, why do we not feel that way about our businesses? Because we should. What we have with UBAM is unique because every part of our business, from the product itself to the opportunity, has the potential to radically change futures. Not just of consultants and their families, but customers and communities too. Speaking of customers and communities, building a team will also broaden your impact on literacy. Tabitha Roach recently talked about how it's really all about us doing this together, and that is so true. I can totally rock my business every single year, but simple math tells us that more is possible if we are doing it with more people. There are honestly so many opportunities to share our books that one person can't possibly cover them all. Imagine our books in waiting rooms in doctors' and dentists' offices, hospitals, low-income schools, foster homes, libraries, and in the hands of children at home. We need all of us and then some to make that happen. Some of my favorite greens crunch the numbers, and based on 8 parties plus one other event each month, you alone would reach approximately 2,640 people each year. Once you promote to team leader, you and your team would be reaching 15,840 people a year. That's pretty powerful. As a senior team leader, that number increases to 61,200 kids. And as a director, you and your amazing team would be reaching over 244,000 children a year with our books. Is that not awesome? An article in Science Daily based on a study from the University of Nevada determined that whether rich or poor, residents of the United States or China, illiterate or college graduates, parents who have books in the home increase the level of education their children will attain. Many of you are probably aware that having parents who were highly educated was once considered the strongest predictor of attaining high levels of education. But this study showed that the difference between being raised in a bookless home compared to being raised in a home with a 500-book library has as great an effect on the level of education a child will attain as having parents who are barely literate, 3 years of education, compared to having parents who have a university education, 15 or 16 years of education. Both factors, having a 500-book library or having university-educated parents, propel a child 3.2 years further in education on average. Let that sink in for a minute. That means that at one time, a child's future was thought to be determined by parental education, something that is totally out of the child's control. But now, that can be overridden by book ownership, something you can control, something I can control. And as we have already covered with our handy-dandy chart, the best way for us to get that done is to find others to help us get more books into more homes so these children can have more education and better futures. We can do that. And you know what happens when you recruit people to help with that mission? You make friends. Great friends. I don't know about you, but my social life got a little less social after my babies were born. And I adore my children. But I need some adult communication in my life. Can I get a witness? And I'm not just talking about surface level friendships. I'm talking about friendships with depth. The kind of friends that walk with you through the dark places, celebrate your triumphs, and challenge you through problem solving, strategizing, and uplifting. I could never have imagined the wealth of community I would find with UBAM. Not only do I have the honor of serving a phenomenal team, but I have the honor of walking alongside some truly inspiring leaders and consultants. UBAM people are my people, and I didn't even know I was looking for them. Your future team members are out there right now waiting to be found, waiting to be brought into the fold, into this community, and it's up to you to go find them. And you know what else will happen when you find them? It will grow and challenge you as a person and as a business owner. And it will do the same for those you are welcoming into your team. You will, by leading, even as a sponsor, grow in your knowledge of the business because you will be helping them find the answers. You will become more confident because you will know your stuff out of necessity. And can that be a little scary sometimes? Absolutely. But as author Judy Blume once said, each of us must confront our own fears, must come face to face with them. How we handle our fears will determine where we go with the rest of our lives, to experience adventure or to be limited by the fear of it. So don't shy away from team building because it feels scary. Be willing to stretch yourself and be uncomfortable, because that's how we grow. And while you are growing as a leader, your new consultants will be empowered as they grow themselves. Some of them will be stay-at-home parents looking for something to challenge their minds. And some of them will be working parents looking for something all their own. But regardless of what draws them to our business, they will be empowered. They will overcome challenges, gain new skills, and become a better version of themselves. And you will be a part of that. Whatever it is that drives you, be it increased income, impacting literacy, friendships and community, or personal growth, you will absolutely get more out of it by building a team. And you will have had a hand in changing so many more lives by bringing people on this journey with you. I would like to close with a quote by Angela Ahrens, the Senior Vice President of Apple Retail, because it sums up why I feel so passionately about team building. The true measure of our success will be the number of people touched and transformed by our success. Our success is not ours to hold on to. It's ours to share. Thank you so much.